ahead, talk to me, man.
Okay, so on mine of it, like, you find the derivative of g of x
And just tell me the reason why we need the derivative of g
because we're trying to find the unit line tangent
to.
to the graph of g.
Good. I just wanted you to say that because I've seen that be a problem again. It goes back to what I've been emphasizing heavily, that, you know, throughout problems we've got to be careful to not mix up f with f prime. We've got to make sure we don't mix up x with y. In this problem they had one further complication. Don't mix up f with g.
Yeah.
And so you did really well on that. 1 second, Sammy, sorry. So they said, hey, it's my favorite picture again. This time I'm trying to find a line tangent to this graph we call G. Therefore, I am going to need a formula for G prime. Sorry, something like that. I'm just collecting my thoughts here. Because the formula for G prime will be how I can find any of the tangent slopes on G. Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Sammy, please.
Okay, so for this problem, what I did is I just plugged all of the values that you gave me into your equation on Mr. Smith's favorite picture, the y equals x, that's what I just did. So I did y equals -5, x minus 2 plus 3.
Let me catch up to, sorry. So you went, I lost my voice. You said y equals, get some water, hold on.
Yeah, y equals -5, parentheses.
I gotta catch up, hold on. Gotcha, -5.
Parentheses x minus 2,
Okay, you're fine, x minus 2.
and then plus 3.
Okay, hold on. Gotcha. We'll play the after school ticket game again for those who are interested. Just always be honest, if you don't get it, don't worry about it, just only accept the ticket if you really know it. This is the incorrect answer. It's one of the answers up there. It is the wrong answer. So this is wrong, but that's what this is. Who knows why it's wrong? Like, and why it was such a good trap? A second to think for those who are interested. Why is that? Like, this is actually valid. This is something of. This isn't just nonsense. This does make some sense, but study what she did and raise your hand and tell me, what did she create here? I'll give a hint because I'd like to give out more tickets. Raise your hand. I'll just pay points for this. This is all about what I've written here. Keeping track of what you really have. Where did the -5 come from? Hands. Everybody who knows, just raise your hand.
Attention students, if you ride bus number 862, please get on bus 922 when they arrive. If you ride bus number 1007, that bus has left. Please come to the front office to call yourself a ride.
Exciting. Let's go, Camry.
Isn't that x?
The -5.
Yeah.
2 points, but no worries. Let's go, Dylan.
-5 is the slope that x equals 2 on the graph of time.
Okay, listen to what he said. I'm paying attention for that. Because that's a perfect example of what I mean by keeping track of exactly what we're talking about. -5, given up there, says f prime of 2. This is why I keep telling you, if you can learn to talk calculus, you're going to be fine. And the way you said that was perfect. On the graph of f, so we have another graph. I make them look the same. They're not the same, but we have another graph called f. And on this graph of f, at the point x equal 2, there is a slope right there, and the tangent slope right at that spot, that slope is equal to -5. So my picture is not drawn correctly, but I don't usually care about that. That was perfect. Raise your hand, please, if you knew that this was the slope on f at x equal 2. Give yourself 2 points. So what is this really? Like, what is this equation giving us? It's a valid equation. It's just not the equation they're asking for. This is what I'm paying a full ticket for. If you can tell me what that is. Mia?
It's at the line tangent to the graph of F
At,
at X equals E.
perfect. Because the 3 right here comes from the clue that said f of 2 is 3. So on the graph of f, at an x-coordinate of 2, the y-coordinate is 3. So that's where this came from. This came from the fact that on the graph of f, at an x-coordinate of 2, the slope of f is -5. This is simply an x-coordinate of 2. They just, that's the equation of this line. So the equation of that line, and that's why it was a very good trap that they set. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So who knew what Mia just said? Honestly, I'll pay you. Cool. Questions? This is where you just have to keep talking until it really makes sense. Like, don't let it slide by. Don't let it go. Like, don't have that mindset of like, well, I'll figure that out later. Now's the perfect time to just talk and talk until you're like, oh, it's clicking.
So why wouldn't that be the right answer? Because it's like the equation of line tangent.
Perfect. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions because then it will stick in your head better. In this problem, Ellie, how many functions are they referring to?
3.
What are the functions they're referring to?
F2 equals 3.
Oh, pause for a second. Those are just data points.
Yeah.
No worries. When I say the functions they're referring to, they're talking about a function called g, and they're talking about a function called f. Okay, so they're talking about two different functions. This is an equation of a line tangent.
Yeah.
This is an equation of a line tangent to which function?
Is it F?
It's f because all of the data is talking about f. It's saying the slope of f when x equals 2 is -5. On f, when x is 2, the y is 3. So we took all that information about f, and we did create an equation of a line tangent to f.
But you're trying to find G, right?
The question is create a line tangent to g.
Okay. that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Does that help?
Mhm.
3 points. Video?
I finished.
You got it, right? Yeah, it's really just that, you see what I'm saying, that it's really about
So
this.
just have to,
Yep.
is it G?
I can't do it that quick. I don't have the
Do
answer
you want to check my
memorized.
math? to see if-
What did you get for, we'll finish because I got a video going anyway,
Okay.
Mia. So we've got to find the equation of a line tangent to G. That means I need to have this point right here. So Mia, what's this x coordinate right here that I'm supposed to be paying attention to?
2, comma, F2.
A G of 2.
G.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because it's the graph of G.
Yeah.
So maybe we should start there. Let's go find G of 2. Somebody who happens to be listening wants extra credit. Mia gets 3 for that comment. Raise your hand and tell me, how do we find G of 2? Looking for hands. Scarlett.
G of 2 equals X F, or 2 F F 2. Right?
Right thought, let me just change the wording to prevent errors. So you would say it's 2 multiplied by f of 2. And then where would you go from there, Ellie?
Then it would just be 4F, right?
See that?
Would be 4F, or are you trying to find the function?
Oh, awesome. 3 points, no. But just keep talking, that's how we fix everything. This isn't 2 multiplied by f multiplied by 2. It's 2 multiplied by f of 2.
Okay.
So you have to identify what f of 2 is.
Yeah. So F of 2 is 3.
There we go. So then you'd have 2 times 3.
Which is 6.
And what does the 6 represent? This is where I'm just trying to get you to be able to speak calculus, and it really helps.
The Y
Of,
G
at,
at X equals 2.
good. Yeah, it's all about saying all the right things very specifically. It makes a huge difference in this class. So this is 2 comma 6. 3 more for Ellie. Are you comfortable there? Anyone have a question? I want to finish the video since it's rolling, so somebody else who'd like extra credit, just raise your hand and I'll have you help me for a minute. Sammy. So what would we find now, Sammy?
The slope.
Slope of?
The slope of g of x at x equals 2.
Perfect. So what process must we follow to find the slope of g at x equal 2?
Oh, you find g prime.
Awesome. So they gave us a formula for g, which is x times f of x. So how do we use that formula, Sammy, to find a formula for g prime?
Use the product rule.
Tell me what to write.
So g prime of x equals f of x times dx over dx, which is 1. So you just have to write f of x plus x d of f of x over dx.
Nicely done. 3 more for Sammy. Someone else who'd like extra credit can pick it up from there. Otherwise, we'll go back to Sammy and she can just keep collecting. Ellie, please.
F of x equals f of x plus x and then f prime.
Three more for Ellie. Oops, don't need to do anything else. So, somebody else want to point? Question, Cambria?
I just don't know what to do next.
Oh, so you're okay to there?
Yeah.
No worries. We've said this before, but you may have forgotten. And if you don't know, Cambria, just say I don't know. But do you know the purpose of this formula?
To find the slope of the graph.
Perfect. Find this. So this formula's purpose, I'm restating for the video. This formula's purpose is to find the slope of the graph of g. I've been teaching people a little slogan that seems to help them remember. When you see this form, anybody know the slogan? There we go.
Plug in the slope to get an x, and then plug in the next value to get the slope.
Perfect. The slogan's working pretty well. Yeah. So if I plug in an x into this formula, I will find a slope of g at that x. That's what we need for this problem. But other problems, you're going to need to plug in the slope, which means you're going to replace g prime with some number, and then you're going to figure out at what x does that slope occur. 3%. So we plug in x equal 2 to find the slope of g at an x value of 2. Someone else who'd like 3 for Cambria for asking. Someone else who'd like some extra credit. And Cambria, please.
So then could you just do f g prime of 2 equals 3 plus 3 minus
What's f prime of 2? Oh, there we go. Yeah, nicely done. I'll write it out so it's hopefully clear. Hence, -7, yes? 3 more for Cambria. So, somebody put it all together now.
So now you plug it into the equation like your favorite dictionary. So it's y equals -7.
So this equation right here, for this line tangent at x equal 2 to the graph of g, that equation is going to be y equals
-7 parentheses x minus 2 and parentheses plus 6.
perfect. And that is the correct answer. Did we get it right, Mia? Is that what you got? So D? Good work. 3 more percent. Anybody want to talk more here? Different question, right? We're good. We paused the video, or stop the video.